I'm Erika. This is my topic question: how does the marketing of women's underwear affect the British public? General use of underwear, you have the bra, boys' shorts, knickers, the bikini underwear, the thong and the G-string, which is really common for most women, but it's really down to what you prefer to wear, what's most comfortable for you. The history of underwear, there's a man who owns a company called Fredericks of Hollywood, and he created the push-up bra, which Julia Roberts is sporting in one of her films. And this is a sketch of the bra was called The Rising Star, which was made in 1948, and that is a sketch of the push-up bra. This is the 1970s look of the bikini, the bra, and the full suited underwear. And in 1980s, you can see there isn't a massive change, but it became more lacy, more frilly, and more leather, so very much more sexual than it had been in the past. Celebrity endorsement grew more and more throughout history. There's Cyndi Lauper sporting wearing the underwear over the top of your clothes, and Madonna in the 1980s also sporting the same style, because when celebrities started to wear underwear over the clothes, which was the style at the time, then through that the audience started to wear their underwear over their clothes, so t-shirts that were very slim and skinny. Girls started to wear clothes like that. Men started to wear really short shorts in public, which were also sporty. Victoria's Secret profits more than $4 billion each year. It's the fastest growing business owned by Limited Brands. Limited Brands owns companies like the Sensor and Victoria's Secret and various other underwear stores. These images of this is Tyra Banks, and I'm not quite sure who this one is, but they're both sporting the look of Victoria's Secret, which is desire, fantasy, romance, and very much a sexual tension for the underwear. The Sensor is also owned by Limited Brands. They sport a more erotic style of underwear, so much more frilly, lacy, and very dainty. The models that sport their underwear are very, heavy lipstick, heavy makeup, very wild hair. And Bravissimo, who is a brand new company who advertise for women that have a cup of D to double K, which is very large-breasted women. And usually when a woman of that size goes into a shop like the Sensor or Victoria's Secret, they usually can't find their size of bra that they need, or even if they do find it, it's of poor quality and they don't particularly like it and it's not comfortable. And this is a new business that have made big bras and big underwear for big women, natural women, very sexy. I did some primary research for my project, and it was more in the favour of Bravissimo, because some people felt like Victoria's Secret was too pricey, it was all about representation and not about the underwear. The Sensor was more erotic, and some women didn't feel comfortable in those sorts of underwear, but Bravissimo was a very down-to-earth business which most women found very attractive. The target audience for Victoria's Secret is for more of the people that earn a lot of money, because those are the sorts of underwear they could buy, so they wanted to show off the fact that they had money. So they would wear branded clothes like Victoria's Secret, which is, and also celebrity endorsement pushed them to want to buy the underwear more, and it made other women that couldn't afford Victoria's Secret desire it a lot. And the Sensor was more of a price, easy price range, so a lot of women could afford it, but the underwear was very erotic, and they also sell various toys, which made people feel very uncomfortable shopping in their store. But Bravissimo isn't, their target audience is pretty much any woman or man that has a breast cut for D to double K. The marketing, Victoria's Secret hold annual fashion shows which are incredibly famous. They have various pieces of underwear which they would use to sport the season of the time. So we have sort of Christmas, winter time, we have autumn time, and this again is also winter. Victoria's Secret also use catalogues, so which is also a very famous form of marketing for Victoria's Secret, because they would send hundreds of thousands of catalogues out to rich areas so that they could purchase the underwear, because they knew they'd get more sales out of them. So, and in their catalogues they would put women in there that were wearing the underwear, which is very simple but yet very, very expensive. Victoria's Secret also advertised in print ads in magazines, such as Playboy, their own magazine, and a fashion magazine called W. All women, very beautiful, wearing really expensive looking underwear, incredibly skinny, and this is how they get people to want to purchase the magazine even if they are men and not women. The supermodels, these group of models are called the Victoria's Secret Angels, and they are a group of women that were hired right from the beginning to sport the underwear all the time, and they became incredibly famous and they became their own celebrity endorsement within their own business. Victoria's Secret, their storefronts are massive and bright and bold and very intimidating. The black and the dark purple, massive images of women, and if it were for a man wanting to purchase for his wife, he definitely couldn't do this because it's such an intimidating store. La Senza, they have a show called Clothes Show London, which they sport most of their underwear, very tight-fitting clothes that they sell, along with other fashion people that make clothes, designers, fashion designers that help them to make up their outfit. La Senza also have many campaigns. This is an old campaign which was more of a Christmassy time campaign, but as you can tell they started to grow more and make their advertisements campaign very much colourful and very bright, and the women had brighter faces and looked a lot more friendlier than they used to. Bravissimo have their own posters, as you can see, which is a big difference to the other posters. Very happy, very smiling, very natural women, not wearing like a lot of makeup, look very happy and content with themselves, which the other models looked much more uncomfortable than these ladies. The posters, Victoria's Secret posters were very pure looking, very clean, and upmarket, which is what their brand is. The Senza's posters were a lot more erotic, a lot more now. So a lot of young girls, they have belly piercings and they wear a lot of accessories in their hair, bright lipsticks, nice makeup, and but it's still very skinny in the images and not looking too comfortable and happy. And Bravissimo, we have a lady who looks very comfortable, very content, wearing comfortable underwear, what it looks like, and she looks very happy, content in her home, and she doesn't mind being photographed in her underwear because she's that comfortable. Internet marketing, Victoria's Secret, we again have the very classy sort of underwear, sporting the Angels look, but she is also looking very uncomfortable. La Senza, we have very erotic underwear again, trying to support Hollywood glamour, but the price range is still like any other store. And Bravissimo, again looking happy, but also starting to move into the lacier, sexier brands of underwear. logos, Victoria's Secret is a very classy, you know, pink, elegant, but so simple that it's nice and classy. The Sensa's big, bold, and big colours, and Bravissimo is very simple, supporting the curls that support the curvy women, which is what people like to see now. To conclude my extended project, how this affects the audience, I think from primary research and secondary research, the Victoria's Secret makes women feel, you know, they desire the brand, they desire the underwear, but when they've purchased the underwear, are they really happy with it? Are they comfortable wearing it? No, not really. But with the Sensa, they feel very, you know, don't really want to purchase the underwear. It's more for the very younger generation who like the more erotic underwear, but for the older generation, it's really not their cup of tea, so it makes a lot of people feel really uncomfortable. But then Bravissimo, we have the really down-to-earth women feeling totally happy with their bodies and really comfortable in their clothes, and they can finally wear underwear that they feel sexy in and they feel happy in, and that they wouldn't mind showing off to their husbands or partners. So to really conclude my extended project, I think Bravissimo has one of the best effects on the public, whereas the other two have a very much more intimidating effect. Can I take any questions?
I think more of an effort should be made to market sort of style that Bravissimo does, like on the magazines which you showed where the models are all size 0, for example.
Yes, they definitely should, because a lot of women are feeling very uncomfortable with the way they look, which is causing many problems like anorexia, bulimia, and we're trying to stop it as much as possible, which is the main, I think, aim behind Bravissimo, is to make women feel incredibly comfortable with who they are, and you don't have to lose 10 stone and become a -2 model, because it's just not necessary. Yeah.
Why did you think about any other brands to look at?
Because I thought that Victoria's Secret is very upmarket, the Sensa was a more in the middle business, Bravissimo was brand new but very exciting, and everyone really loves the concept. So I thought they were very various businesses to look at.
What did you do for your final piece?
My final piece was a 6 hours of my dissertation, which was very long, but it includes a lot of information, very much more detailed than my presentation, but within the dissertation very, very detailed was the information. This is my dissertation.
What would you do differently?
If I were to do this project differently, I think I would research more into issues that girls have and women have, so more anorexia, bulimia, and psychiatric problems that some women have just because of the effects of underwear, just how it's modelled, how it makes them feel. I think I should have looked into that a lot more because it would give me a lot more range within. It helped me answer the question a lot better. I think I should have done that.